إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره. نعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. وشر الأمور محدثاتها، فإن كل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار، وإنما توعدون لآت وما أنتم بمعجزين. I greet you all with the greeting of Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace and the blessing of Almighty Allah be with you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is segment number 2 concerning B.2gether or وتعاونوا. Yesterday I had bought a small video. It's about 29 minutes. Yeah, I know it's not small, but I bought a video for call of unity among the students of knowledge, like myself, if I can be considered one of the students of knowledge or not. But I had bought a video especially for the students of knowledge of America, regardless they are Arab or American or whatever color they are, that basically they have the background of the Islamic information and that they adhere to the Book of Allah, the authentic Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they understand the Quran and the Sunnah according the way how the first 3 generations had understood it. This was my specifically for this kind of together. Today, alhamdulillah, mashallah, I got a long email from all the friends that in the 70s that we used to work together. He worked with me, I work under him, he work under me. We change seats, you understand, in different ways. I appreciate him, I love him for the sake of Allah. We work together, okay, alhamdulillah. So, and I appreciate that, number one, by seeing this video, that means somebody saw the video and somebody was making some remarks. I appreciate. I'm not going to say his name because maybe he doesn't want me to say his name that or read his email, but I appreciate him sending me what you may call it advice, and that is not going to work. My proposal is not, at least this is the way I understood it, is not going to fly, because we working with the new generation from the students of knowledge, that we take in the aspect of religious aspect only. We are not seeing the problem which is dealing with social and economic and all these things. In actuality, I don't want to say you are right or you are wrong. I'm not going to make this a statement. But my concern and my speed is working with people who have the same methodology or they adhere to the same principles, so we will understand easy what we say to each other. Like if you bring somebody Shi'i and somebody is Sunni and you want to communicate, all right, They don't have a basic principles to talk about. So you bring somebody who is Ikhwani and somebody is Sururi as example, okay? So when I said that these people have to be in the field of Islamic work here in America, they have to be a people who consider students of knowledge, okay, that the people who care to see some improvement and they have the love for the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and they want it, you understand, to revive this Sunnah. So there is some kind of commonality. We have common. There is certain things common among ourselves. Okay, myself, I see the basic language and the basic understanding that a people who talk in the same language. I'm not talking about Arabic or English or French or Spanish. Talking about they will understand how we reach to some kind of conclusion. Why this could not be permissible? Why that this could not be a sunnah and it is considered a bid'ah? We have a common terms that to meet together in basis we can understand each other language in this sense, okay? So this is one of criterions that I look in this kind of league or organization. And to be honest with you, is not my priority is the economic and the social and all these things, okay? Because I don't see this is the solution. If somebody die and meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with all kind of illness and sickness and poverty and no education, nothing, but he has the proper understanding about La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, inshallah he or she going to Jannah. So this is my main priority. But if we have somebody understands that already been sitting in the Congress, okay, and he's a Muslim, okay, so we have somebody there sitting there, but what was the change as example? He's a Muslim, okay? So we have other people also who have, mashallah, big companies in America and they have the money. So there is different calls. So none of them had solved our problems. We talking about 43 years now here for myself. I'm not talking about I see the masjid once a week. I'm talking about I spend 10 to 12 between 6 to 12 hours every day. Okay? So basically, I did not see any of the things that is there, which is good. Okay? I didn't see any of the things, you understand, had brought about any kind of unity or understanding. And like I said, if somebody die this second and he doesn't have the proper understanding about Allah or the deen of Allah, or he's teaching some bid'ah and assumes that this is sunnah, he's in trouble with Allah. Okay? Even if he's rich, even if he's a congressman, even all these things. So my main concern when I made this call, I see the priority comes to the religious understanding, the commonality of knowing what is the sunnah and what is the bid'ah, what is the wala and what is the bara, what is Islam and what is kufr, what is shirk and what is tawheed. This comes as a priority. And if we can get together on this basis of da'wah, aqidah, tawheed, now we can start to talk about other things like the economics. So I'm not rejecting your idea about the economics, but I don't see that this is the main concern today. Like I said, okay, we have two ladies now, they are supposed to be a Muslims, okay, Allah knows best. They are congresswomen. And before we have somebody, a congressman in the White House. So what kind of a change, okay? So, but whatever problems that happened before, I think that, like I say, we are maybe mature today or older with more wisdom that we can discuss it in a better way. regardless whatever happened 10, 15 years ago, this shouldn't discourage us to try again. So I'm not going to mention the person who sent me the email. I respect him a lot. I love him a lot. He's my brother. We work together. We traveled together. We fought together. We did many things together, you understand? And I still meet him. I see him. Okay? We have nothing except a good understanding, a love for the sake of Allah. And you're welcome to come and give us your advice when is the work and when is the people want to come sit together. And I appreciate that everybody who hear the video from yesterday and today can communicate to me. I'm not above advice, okay? I would like to hear from everybody. And I would like to understand that everybody have concern about unity. But unity have to have a special principles, a special foundation. Not money, not color, not language, not anything except Allah, His messenger, and the deen of Allah. We need to establish some kind of communication among us as a da'iyah. What kind of books is that our children read in Islamic schools? What kind of da'wah we give in the street? What kind of a solution is we given to our community, you understand, to stay away from the bid'ah and innovation and deviation. This is the most important thing. The Prophet ﷺ didn't come with the people with money. The Prophet ﷺ didn't come with the people with the status in the government. He been persecuted. He went through a lot of trouble, him as well as the Sahaba. But his main concern is what? Is to build this, what you call the foundation of Islam. And the Sahaba, may Allah be pleased with them, are the foundation. And we have to see their example and learn from them. So it was not their concern that brought them together was doing business or economic problems or a social problem or a government problem. This was not. And I'm not saying that we have to forget about these things, but the priority come to understanding Islam in the purest form has been given to us by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, has been received by the Sahaba, may Allah be pleased with them, and has been explained by the first three generations. So I think, in my personal and humble opinion, this is going to be the common term to bring us as students of knowledge. And if we are not going to start to think for ourselves, who's going to think for us? The Kuwait, the Gulf, Egypt, Iran, we are living here. Me and you, we are living here. And we have to start to think about how we can establish some kind of a league or rabita or a means of communication and system of da'wah and discipline among ourselves as a people who lead in others. We need to set example for our communities. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he telling us, لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. Indeed, you have the most perfect example in the Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So when there is an imam or a teacher in a classroom or a principal in Islamic school or a person who is a da'iyah, he's supposed to be the model example for his community. So we need to unify and bring our da'wah to a correct understanding by those da'iyah and those students of knowledge, okay, who are residents of America or citizens of America, those who have got the basic understanding of this deen, that we need to unify ourselves upon certain principles to the best of our ability as much as we can. And I had read about 10 or 15 names last night And I requested from everybody who hears this message to respond to me, not for anything. I'm working as to coordinate effort. And after this, we can put it there for everybody. And the people can discuss how they want to go, who want to be in charge, what kind of programs they want. So basically here, I'm trying to take the lead only to get the flour, the water, and the ma'oon, and have something ready. Now somebody turns the oven on, and now after this we bake this, and now how we're going to share it, how we're going to cook it, who's going to eat it, how we're going to serve it. This is a different story. But we could not live like this with the same da'wah, claiming that we are on a sunnah. And after this, you understand, we did not even know each other. We don't know the name of each other. We don't know the existence of one another in America. Everything is available for us. The YouTube, the Facebook, the Twitter, name it, everything, communication. You don't have to go, you don't have to obtain visa to go to Texas or to go to Chicago. Okay, you can drive, you can fly. So we are here in America, we have a big ni'mah, and we have to use it. Means of communication, freedom of speech, okay, freedom of gathering. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us with this ni'mah and we are not using it, and I'm saying this to myself as well, my brothers, the students of knowledge, okay, Allah can take it away from us, or will take us away from it. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling us, ثُمَّ لَتُسْأَلُنَّ يَوْمَئِذٍ عَنِ النَّعِيمِ. In that day, the day of judgment, you'll be questioned about all these favors and blessings that Allah give you. Not only the milk and the dates, Allah give us here in America freedom of speech, freedom of gathering, freedom of printing, speaking, doing whatever. You don't need a visa or anything, you understand, to go to another state. We can communicate. Why we are not making a use of these things? Why every brother is a imam or a teacher or a principal running his business there with no other communication, with no any advice from anybody else? Why? This is my question. Why we doesn't know about each other existence? Why we only talking with brother so-and-so and brother so-and-so, but we are not having any communication with other people that on the same minhaj like us? Why? Why we could not collect our effort, bring our effort together in some kind of unity? I need your help. And of course you're going to need my help. And again, one hand doesn't clap. We need two hands so we can produce, okay, this kind of noise. But one hand, you could not do too much with one hand. So I'm stronger with you. I'm weak by myself. Everybody is limited. But when we put our effort together, we can do something. So again, Abu Muhammad, without saying your name, your kunya, I appreciate your comment on my video yesterday. May Allah reward you, and you're welcome, you understand, to be part of this effort. And like I said, we are not distributing positions and titles here. We call and say, "Oh people of knowledge, let's come and sit together and unite our effort." Because everybody, they have conference, they have a newspaper, they have publications, they have activities. But what about us? We claiming to be the people on the haqq. We the people on the minhaj. We the people on the sunnah. We are the people of the salaf. And we keep talking about these things. But where is our conference? Okay, where? Every year you found ICNA, ISNA, name it. Everybody have 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 Muslims there. Okay? What do we have? Why we could not sit together and talk? This is what I'm talking about, okay? Can we communicate? Why I look to my brother to be a stranger, okay? And he claiming, you understand, okay, you study in Al-Qura and I study in Medina. So what's the big thing? You live in Texas, I live in Chicago. We don't know anything about each other. I study under Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen, and you study under Sheikh Wadi or Rabi' or what? So what is blocking our way? If we have some knowledge and we have some time and we can produce more, why we sitting in our seats, you understand? Other people looking for leadership. The common Muslims, the new Muslims, they're looking for some kind of a leadership. They wanted some people to put a plan for them, to put some curriculum for them. So there is a serious need for this work. You tell me there is other organizations that doing work. This is true. But you know, most of this organization, they care less about Sunnah. Okay? They care less about Minhaj of the Sahaba. So we people whom Allah had blessed us to know what is the right deen and what are we doing with this message. Again, I repeat this and I second this and I said it again, and I want to hear from you, because this is your duty as a Muslim, that you advise. So here I'm making advice, so now I want to hear your comment on my advice. Okay? And again, I'm not here doing anything other than saying وتعاونوا على البر والتقوى ولا تعاونوا على الإثم والعدوان. Help one another. Allah is ordering us to help one another on righteousness and the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if my da'wah is against righteousness or fear of Allah, now you can block me. If I'm calling in you, and insha'Allah, with sincerity, that for the sake of Allah, and you think what I'm saying is right, it is your duty to correct me or to advise me, strengthen me, or to turn your back to me. This is up to you. This is between you and Allah. And I'll be looking forward to hear from Abu Muhammad, which I ask Allah to bless you for your advice, and for others. And like I said, this not a secret work, this not a holding arms, you understand, guns and doing any crazy stuff, is a basic peaceful things like any other organization doing their work of da'wah, work of caring for their community, work about knowledge, understanding, basic things, okay? But we do it in organized form, okay? We live in America, we don't live, you understand, overseas. We need to be more organized. We need to be more organized. We need the support of one another. We need the help of one another. We need the advice. المؤمن للمؤمن كالمرآة. المؤمن للمؤمن كالمرآة. So I am your mirror, you are my mirror. I don't see the scars that in my face until I look in a mirror. So I can see you, you can see me. So you advise me, I'm advising you. And like I said, I'm not happy with our condition, but I felt obligated to restart this effort due to the fact that I think I'm the oldest person among you here. Okay? And I understand, like what Abu Muhammad saying, that all these people that I mentioned, they will not exist here even in the 70s when me and him was doing and the other people in Brooklyn, New York. I agree with you, but The difference that those people went and they had got a good foundation so we can communicate. All right? Maybe they do not have the maturity like me and you, but they have some of this knowledge, which is one of the most important formality to build this kind of unity, inshallah. Looking forward to hear from everybody. I don't want to take more of your time again. Looking forward again to hear from you. Again, you can reach me at Imam Adly, ADLY, #1 at yahoo.com. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala purify our intention, make our work sincerely for His pleasure. I ask those who heard me or they will hear me to forward this to their Imam if you think that he is one of the people that qualify to be among this kind of people. We are not collecting numbers, we're looking for quality. You have to be adherent to Quran, authentic Sunnah, not any hadith, authentic Sunnah, with the understanding of the first three generations, Sahaba, Tabi'in, Tabi'in. This #1, that you're student of knowledge, that you live in America, that you work in some kind of capacity of da'wah and teaching, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan, and looking forward to hear from you. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين.